Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.
Will it be a nor'easter? As long as you have those northeast winds, winds coming from the northeast, you will be able to call it that. But, you know, you look at the impacts. This is not a snowmaker. Don't worry about that. It's a rainmaker, and some of this rain can be heavy at times. Flash flood watches are already up across the tri-state, and we have some rain out there right now. We do have a little snow. You got to go high up in elevation here across mainly northern parts of New Hampshire and then into Maine. But here's the pattern set up as we get into tomorrow. So we do see some stronger disturbance, some stronger jet stream winds come into play. We're going to have a surface low as well. In fact, we're going to have two surface lows. We call those a double barrel low. And so we watch what goes on right here just off the coast. When you have a strong low pressure, you end up having really strong winds. And that is going to be the story for us across a lot of New England, the northeast, into tomorrow and then tomorrow night. And so you see this easterly flow. I always say there's nothing good about an east wind. Well, if you live in Boston or Providence here, you're going to be saying that. You're going to be thinking it. We'll actually have a west wind coming in on that western side of the low, continuing to slam right across portions of Pennsylvania and then coming down across Delaware. So get ready for just a really windy situation tonight, starting tonight, but then really going strong into tomorrow night. Now, we see that chance for heavy rainfall right along the I-95, New York, up to New Haven and Hartford, Boston. You're in that. The concern is that the rain could be incredibly heavy with the rainfall rates, and that can lead to flooding or flash flooding. That's why that risk is there. You can see all across New Jersey, up through the tri-state, getting into tomorrow, and then even into Wednesday, we're watching for that threat of heavy rain continuing here into New England. This sits around for about 2 days into this area. Alex.
This is
after the storm. Let me show you where we could actually see scenes like that again. This is the forecast getting into tomorrow and tomorrow night especially. So we've got a large area stretching from Texas all the way up into Nebraska where we could see thunderstorms going severe. We're going to highlight the areas at risk. First up for tornadoes. There is that risk of 3 on the Torcon, northern Texas up through parts of Oklahoma into Kansas. That's where that 3 is. We could see rotating storms. Rotating storms may also bring hail though, and I'll show you where we could see that risk. We've got our system developing. Our surface low will be in the warm sector. We'll have that increased available potential energy right there. Dew points will be up. It'll feel very much more like a spring day than it will a fall day with that moisture returning, especially into Texas and Oklahoma. And we will see some stronger winds aloft. That's going to help organize things. And that's why straight line winds will probably be the main risk that we will see with storms as we get into the later afternoon and then evening. But we'll see some turning of the winds with height. That will give us that risk of rotating storms. Rotating storms could drop tornadoes. They also could drop some larger hail, too, because the hail would have some time to grow inside those supercells. So we take you into the day tomorrow. We start the clock at 6 o'clock in the evening, actually, because storms really take a while to get developing. We see this at about 9, 10 o'clock. This is 11. And now we've got a line of thunderstorms that's developing. So straight line winds with this would be the primary threat. But along that line, you watch for areas where you might get some spin-ups. You might get some rotation. And that's what we will watch for into the overnight, slicing through Dallas at 6 a.m., Colleen just before that. So this is now Wednesday morning, just to give you your time frame so you can plan ahead. That Tuesday night into Wednesday, it's going to be a tough night to get some good sleep over here just because of all the thunderstorm activity. Now, it is likely that we will see hail, too, maybe greater than 1 inch or more in size. That's the kind that does cause severe damage, and especially likely here from Kansas straight down across western Oklahoma into northern Texas. Just saw that. We have big waves over Lake Michigan this morning, and now we're going to have big waves over the eastern seaboard.
Yeah, it's a wavy week out here for us.
Yeah,
Let's
and
talk.
The wind.
Exactly, yeah. That's going to be one part of the story as well. Very windy conditions setting up here for us in parts of New England. We already have wind advisories, eastern portions of Long Island, working your way up into Connecticut. High wind watches where those winds could creep up even stronger. Up to close to 60-mile-per-hour winds will be possible as you get into eastern sections of Massachusetts, Rhode Island.
That's what one of these coastal lows will do for you. It brings some really big wind here. Watch this forecast as you see things really develop. It starts tonight, but it really gets going tomorrow into tomorrow night. And the strongest of the winds may be offshore. You can see that, but it's a double barrel low. So there's a low, and then there's a low, and the combination of both is going to make it so windy here into New England.
Yeah, so get ready for that as we head through the day. Those winds will be increasing, and during the overnight, where we could be looking at some of the worst.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
Hurricane force gusts?
Yeah.
Yes, that is a possibility here. That is overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday morning.
So we have to watch out for that. Really strong winds. This thing's also going to bring quite a bit of rain. rain. So all those combined, that could lead to some trees getting uprooted here for us, some power outages. That's a scenario that we do have to face.
Yeah, for sure. And the rain, too, will be a factor. So rainfall will be heavy at times. We've got at least a couple of inches of rain right across the entire tri-state, Long Island, up into southern Connecticut here, maybe 2 or 3 inches of rain plus.
That's a lot of rain coming in a short period of time, so we'll certainly keep an eye on that. Here's that closer view on what's going on in terms of those winds. Pretty quiet now, but the forecast does call for those winds to creep up here for us. Now, as we progress on through tonight, some wet weather gets going here for you coming into the New York City metro. Really a soggy start to your Tuesday.
Doesn't it look like it's just coming at us from all sides, right? And, of course, the wind will be a big factor here as well as we get into the overnight Tuesday into Wednesday. Here's cranking.
It's not looking like a very pretty